Welcome back to E-Nation to another video. Today we're gonna be talking about a story time that I already did previously, but I ain't like how it went, so I'm gonna do another one. But it's my first time with the boy, my first experience, whatever you want to call it. We're really gonna get right into the video because there's not really much to say in the beginning. Just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me more videos y'all want to see. So my first time with a boy, honestly, I think I was in 7th grade. So I think I was around 13, 14. I'm not gonna say his name. I said his name in the last video, but I'm not gonna say his name in this video because I just feel like I really don't care. It's old. I don't know, it's probably like a reason to say it, but I feel like it's not. A non-mother factor. We was in 7th grade, and honestly, this boy, I remember they kept telling me, because I was in alternative school, so I was coming back to regular school. But it was like first semester, and down here in like Georgia, our first semester is like the first 5 months, so that's August to December, and then in second semester, which is January to May. I was in alternative school August to December, and then I got out January to May. So I was in alternative school, and I rode a different bus, so I had to get on the regular bus and then get on the alternative school bus. So I rode the regular bus, and everybody always tell me, "Oh, it's this boy that acts just like you. He's funny just like you," and everything like that. And I used to be like, "Oh, okay, you know." But in real life, you know, there was nobody that like me and be like me. It's one of me. I'm the only me. So they was telling me it's the boy that's acting like you and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever, boom. He ended up getting my Instagram or my Snapchat through somebody. I don't know who, but I remember he did because he texted me when I was at my grandma's house. And I was like, okay, like, you know, he seen a picture and I was just like, ooh, everybody's like, I look like him. I'm not gonna lie, he's not an ugly boy, but he don't look like me. Like, okay. We was texting or whatever. He showed me how he looked. So he texted me around that break in between, like Christmas. It's like Christmas break down here. We went to school in January, so I finally got to meet him face to face, whatever. Boom, boom, boom. He was a cool dude, like, you know what I'm saying. He cool dude. He played football. He was really into football and stuff like that. I can see the similarities in people to say why we acted the same and why we was funny the same, but it was never given we looked at the same or definitely dressed the same because. Yeah, so he dressed good now, but back then, y'all, we was in 7th grade. It gave no drip. Like, it gave no drip, no swag. Like, he ain't not dressed. He just fit in because he played football. He was a tall boy with a nice body. You know what I'm saying? That's really it. And he did, like I said, he ain't look ugly. He wasn't ugly, but he ain't like me. But we ended up having beef at one point in time. So we ended up getting over that beef. We was texting or whatever. I think I had honestly fell out with my other friend. Her name Lanisha. And you know what's crazy? Lanisha like him. Like, girl, and ooh, dudes. Lanisha, God love you, but he was gay, boo. I'm sorry. At this point, I had a girlfriend. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. So, and I'm not gonna say her name either because it's giving like, I'm not gonna like do that to her. I don't think she noticed. I think she's seen it from the previous, like the previous story time, but who knows? She probably didn't. He was texting me or whatever, and I think he was at basketball practice. And I used to walk home at this point in time. So I was walking home the day he was texting me or whatever. He was just kind of like, he liked me. And I was just like, Now, my job, I always knew that I was gay. But back then, I was very insecure about it. I think I was very, like, in denial about it. I was like, I don't know, because I had a girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? We was there for a while. So it was like, I don't know, like, I just felt like I wanted to experiment, but then I didn't. Anyway, he texted me, and I was just like, okay, cool, whatever. So we kept on texting, you know what I'm saying? And I'll see him at school or whatever. So this one day we was texting, and this was like after school. He wanted to meet up or whatever. And I joined the messages, he was talking freaky. I was always a freak, so I'm always up for the freaky stuff. I'm guessing we decided to meet after school. Now, I'm not sure if these plans were real. We was texting or whatever, I remember. And he had basketball practice the next day. I used to walk home at this point. So I didn't know he was serious, or I didn't know he was faking. You know, people get messages and be saying stuff sometimes. People get messages and be for real sometimes. I'm one of the people that get messages and I be for real. I ended up walking home one day. This was after school. I think I actually had after school detention, or either I was after school for tutoring. My mom told me to after school for tutoring. One of them, or I was after school because one of my friends, I don't know what I was doing, to be honest with you. I ended up walking home and I ended up seeing him like on the 7th grade hallway. If you went to one of our middle school, you know the 7th grade hallway is like right there in front of the school. So I was walking out of the school to walk home. And he was walking, I'm guessing, changing his clothes to go to basketball practice. He seen me or whatever, and we started talking, and he was walking with me out front of the school. So when you walk out in front of the school, you walk out straight into some houses, like automatically, like some houses right there. So he was right there talking for a little bit. I remember that. He cut right. And then we was talking still as we were walking down there, and there was a house for rent. I remember it was for sale for rent, and it had a shed in the back. But we had to walk to the backyard. We was talking back there a little bit, and I still had my binder in my hand. And yeah, I used to only wear a binder when I was in 7th grade because coming from alternative school, only thing we could have was a binder. So I was so used to wearing a binder that I would just bring a binder to school. We were just talking whatever, and next thing you know, he got on his knees. Well, he didn't get on his knees, but he got like down, like he sat down like with his legs up, and he was like, "Come here, come here," and I'm like, "Come here," like. I'm not sure, like, I still get this feeling this day, like, and I'm 20 years old now, like, and before I do something, I get like this butterfly feeling. I'm like, hold up, we in front of the school. Because the backyard was like directly, like, that backyard was directly in front of the school, so you probably could see, like, through the trees, who was back there. I'm like, nah, it's like it's some, they gonna see whatever. And he like, okay, so where you want to go? I'm like, okay, let's go in the shed back here. Now, mind you, this is a shed in the back of a house that's for rent. Anybody can walk back here and be like, yeah, we're viewing the house, and this is the shed. It's two boys naked in here. I was just like, let's go in the shed then. Like, I'm not gonna say I was gonna get in trouble back then, but like, I'm sure I wouldn't have gotten in trouble. Like, I'm not even gonna be funny. Like, I probably wouldn't have gotten in trouble. We went in the shed or whatever, and I ain't gonna lie, I whipped it up. He went down. He went down. He definitely went down. He definitely went down. And I remember he had brought like some lotion, or he had brought like something. I know he had a condom. I remember he had brought a condom, and he had lotion. It was winter, so it was cold. Like, sheds don't be ventilated and stuff like that. It's a shed. It was cold. And mind y'all, we got like full body naked in this shed. And it was cold back there. So we got the lotion out, and I went to put it in. And now, mind y'all, I was expecting this because we only in 7th grade. Like, we only in 7th grade. And this is no shade, but I'm not little in the pants. We only in 7th grade. So when I went to put it in, I was already experienced in like sex with females and stuff like that, putting it in and stuff like that. So it wasn't nothing different to me. For him, this is something different. I would have put it in, he was like, like, you know, push me back or whatever. I'm like, cool. And I'm not the type of person like to be aggressive, like move them back down and stuff. I'm not that type of person. If we like, this is like our first experience, like we still new to this, I'm not gonna do that stuff because that come off to like rapist vibe to me, and I'm just like, nah. If we've been in a relationship for like a while, or we were known each other for a while, at this point you catch up. But if this is like our first experience, or we still getting into it, this is the second time we put it in. He just same thing. He was just like, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. So I'm just like, cool. Like, I'm not tripping or whatever. We ended up doing some other things, and then eventually we left the shed. And I'm not gonna lie, like, it went on, like, this, what we was doing went on all the way until, cause I ended up going back to alternative school. I'm not even gonna lie. So around the same time in 7th grade. Around that time, like, I'm not even gonna lie, I think we started beefing again. Like, I don't know, but I know we stopped talking because the time I went to alternative school, it led over to 8th grade. So I ended up going from January all the way to December. Like, so the rest of 7th grade all the way from in to the beginning of my 8th grade year. And from that time, we wasn't speaking. Like, I don't know what happened. I know we wasn't speaking. Eventually, I got out of alternative school again in December and came back to regular school in January. That whole year, to be honest with you, the rest of that year, we was beefing. Like, it wasn't really beefing, but like, I know January, February, March, we wasn't talking. I didn't talk to him. But April and May, we did speak. We really didn't do anything. Like, I remember we went to the bathroom one time and we kissed, but honestly, I wasn't really cool with doing nothing in the 8th grade bathroom, only because like the 8th grade bathroom was a popular bathroom back then, so a lot of people would be in there, and it was destined that we got caught. And bitch, I wasn't finna get caught back then in 8th grade. Like that's embarrassing. Fast forward, the summer came. We was talking again, and we kept making up days like where we was going. I'm gonna come over when his mom not home. We just gonna really do the whole thing. I remember this day my cousin came over, and my cousin in the other room, he came over, and my mom, she was going to work. I remember that. And my sister, I don't know where she was going. My brother, I don't know what he was doing. And he lived like across town, but like, mind you, I told y'all, I used to walk home from school. So he lived over there by my school. But it wasn't really far from my house. So I just walked over there. But we planned out the day, and this day, specific day that he kind of like texted me, hit me up, honestly, like, it was just a random day. Like, it was really just a random day, like, a random day. Like, I walked all the way over. Like, so if y'all know where, in Warner Robins, if you know where Food Depot is, I used to live behind Food Depot. If you know where Shirley Hills is, that's where he used to live by. Or Warner Robins Middle School, that's where he used to live by. From there to there is where I walked. Now, mind you, I was kind of worried that like people was gonna see, because mind y'all, like, a lot of people lived around the school. Like, a lot of people walked home. That was the only reason I walked home, because really I was supposed to take a bus home. But most of the time, me and this girl, claim my little sister, we used to walk home a lot, because it was just like that was more of the fun people to walk home with. We got to his house, and I was kind of worried people might see, so I was like, I don't know, like, but I ended up going in or whatever. And so we was chilling at first. Mom was gone. His sister, I think his sister had went off to college, and we was just home alone. This was the summer of us going into our 9th grade year. His room door was broken, like, off the hinges, and I'm like, I don't really judge people, but when I look at that, I be like, what's really up? Because it's like, why do people, do y'all parents take y'all doors off the hinges? My mom has never did that to me. Like, as punishment, as nothing, like, she's never, like, taken my door off the hinges. Like, that's ridiculous punishment to me. His door's off the hinges. I think later on he told me that he ended up breaking it or something. I don't know, but I just think his mom took the door off the hinges, to be real, because she was real strict, like, military strict. You know, we start kissing or whatever, we start getting into it. I'm always a safe person. Like, I always wear condoms and stuff like that, so I wear a condom. And I remember, like, us fully doing it. Through a condom, like, you really don't feel anything. You know what I'm saying? So, and you can go some people can go as long as forever, some people can't. But I remember, like, I just pulled back. I was like, I'm a little tired. So I pulled back, and blood came out. I'm like, now, like, who I am now, like, growing up, like, I have an idea of where that blood came from. I'm not really sure where that blood came from, but I'm just like, I'm not sure. Like, it was just blood. Like, it was nothing else, but it was just blood. Like, and honestly, it wasn't a bad first time, because we kept on all the way through my 10th grade year. Around my 10th grade year, he had moved and I had moved. So that's what really just stopped us from doing it. And I ended up figuring out some other stuff later. Honestly, like, it wasn't a bad experience. Like, my first time with a boy wasn't really a bad experience. I don't think, a lot of people would tell me, like, did that make you, like, gay? No, it did not make me gay, because I was doing other stuff. So, yeah, it did not make me gay. But I could say it definitely opened my eyes to, like, having love or, like, experiencing things with anybody. So, did it make me gay? I don't know. I don't know. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Tell me what y'all want to see at the bottom. Let me know. I got more videos coming for y'all. I'm kind of like trying to rebrand my channel into vlogging and lifestyle things and other things that I want to do for y'all. But I got more videos coming up. So stay tuned, and yeah, I'm out. Embarrassing.